Making peace with the past retrieves lost parts of your soul. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess X Goh, and I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on the latest insight into your trauma recovery. And if you got any nuggets of gold from this video, please give it a like, comment below what you got from it, and share it with your loved ones who need to hear this right now. So here's the thing. Do you ever wonder why you feel that something is missing in your life and that you really struggle to experience cohesive relationships? You feel that there is something that is still fragmented in your identity, and that is to do with our unresolved, fractured relationships. You see, when we push others away and we don't deal with the real problem, we have given our power away to that person, and they have ownership over a part of our soul. By not integrating and healing that fragmented timeline where we felt abandoned, where we felt our heart got shattered, where we felt betrayed by someone that we truly trusted. All of these things and more. And so what I have personally learned from my healing journey is this: that when I'm willing to investigate and look into, why am I being triggered by this person? Why did I push that person away and cut them out of my life? Whether it's my mum, my bestie, whoever it may be. Why is this a reoccurring pattern for me to cut people off when it's just too much? And so by disconnecting from my mum and my bestie, for example, they have contributed so much to my life. In fact, they were the strongest female beings that I had a strong relationship with in my upbringing. And to push them away because something was being activated in me, such as feeling abandoned, feeling left behind, feeling like my trust was broken, not feeling supported in where I was at in my life and what I was going through. And at that time, they simply did not have the awareness, the tools, and the capacity to hold space for that. And when I started to look into the practice of forgiveness for the past 6 years, it has truly helped me to start reclaiming back fragments of my soul from multiple timelines. And for the past 5 years, I even reached out to people and sent an apology email. And if they didn't reply back, that's okay too. The main thing is that I'm doing the best thing that I can for myself on my soul journey, that I'm making amends in where I went wrong, not where they went wrong, because it defeats the purpose of forgiveness, doesn't it? Because forgiveness is not about expecting the other person to apologize to you and where they went wrong. It's more than that. Because when we place an expectation that our mum or dad or both should say sorry to us, we are holding onto a negative charge that fragments our soul. It eats deeply inside of our hearts and minds. And to make peace with that, you have to be able to let it go. And so for me, it's not about making the other person feel wrong. It's actually more about where do I need to take personal responsibility where I went wrong? Because it takes two to tango, right? To form a relationship. And so for me, when I started to dive deeper and deeper and deeper into the practice of forgiveness and self-forgiveness, I was able to see my own patterning inside of these people, inside of these relationships that I have been attracting into my experiences. And so by reclaiming that, I am also reclaiming myself. And so there were people that I don't feel the need to reach out to apologize, but I'm happy to do that energetically within myself and to their higher self. And what has been the biggest breakthrough for me recently is to reach out to my bestie that I've lost contact with. And I had to do a lot of inner work around my abandonment stuff before I can reach out to her with an open heart and not with a shield or armoring. And I apologized to her over the phone, and it felt so freeing and liberating to actually claim myself on that phone call where I went wrong, and not blaming her or nitpicking her behaviors and patterns, but to simply say out loud where I went wrong in that friendship. And since then, I have retrieved a part of my soul where it feels safe to trust the feminine, to be with the feminine and not push or repel the feminine away, because that is my relationship with her. That's in me. And these are the patternings that I had to unlearn and unshackle from my mother about not feeling safe with the feminine, that women cannot be trusted. And this was the false programming that has been imprinted in me, where I constantly attract women who would come and go in and out of my life, women who would betray my trust and took advantage of my kindness and generosity and gaslight me that it's my fault for being reactive. And so by claiming the patterns, the behaviors, my emotions, and by saying it out loud, whether it's to the person, whether it's just speaking to their high self energetically without physically being there, is very empowering. And so I'm feeling so much more joy than usual because I'm retrieving back parts of my soul from different memories and timelines. And even in the adult life, where I didn't agree with a homeowner that I looked after her house and dog. And I did the right thing and let her know after she got back from her holiday that I don't want to look after her dog and home for a month later in the year. And she expressed some feedback, and I understand where she's coming from, but I don't completely agree with her feedback, because the invitation was how she can change a few things to make her life easier when it comes to her dog and her home without venting and dumping her problems onto me. I'm not her therapist. And so I had to cut the cords with her because she was overstepping my boundaries through text, and really make peace with her on an energetic level where I felt safe to do the healing in this way rather than over the phone or face to face, because I'm sensing there's a lot of unresolved stuff inside of her that she's not willing to take ownership of. And so that's the beauty of it. The practice of forgiveness is a daily practice. And so I attended this beautiful circle that reminded me to get back into letter writing and dissolving it into the elements of the earth. And guess what? It does set me free. And by releasing it into the ocean for me, I'm releasing that energy that has been entangled with me and the other person. And my energy feels so much more clearer. I feel so much more lighter and brighter. I'm not carrying so much pain and burden inside of my heart and soul and my own armoring. And I'm feeling so much more expansive and so much joy that I haven't tapped into. And this is so new for me. And I'm loving it, this new way of being. And so I invite you to look into your fractured relationships that still play in the back of your mind. Where can you reclaim your role in these situations where you have contributed to that, rather than getting fixated on where they went wrong and pointing the finger at them? Because that's how you're giving your power away. That's how you are fragmenting your soul in those experiences. This is where you feel stuck and lost because of blame and shaming the situation and that person. And also not forgiving yourself for those experiences. So it is such a simple practice, whether you are aware of the Ho'oponopono prayer, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And just tune into your heart, not your head about it. Because the head is where we are so hardened up. We're so caught up in our identity and our armoring that we disconnect from the true nature of who we really are, the light that's in our heart. And by doing this practice from an open heart, it is incredibly and profoundly healing, if not transformational. And so it may take a lot of practice to be able to do that. You might want to vent it out loud, energetically to that person without being in the physical presence. Perhaps you might need to write a letter to them to get things off your chest and to say sorry where you've gone wrong and release it into the earth, whether it's burying it into the garden, whether it's releasing it into the ocean or the river, or whether it's burning it into the fire. Whatever feels right for you. And I invite you to give it a go, because you've got nothing to lose when you practice forgiveness. And if you're not ready to forgive the other person, then you need to look into, where do I need to forgive myself for holding onto this pain and suffering far too long with this person? Because that is the poison. By holding onto that pain and suffering and trauma and not freeing yourself by letting it go. So, my love, if you feel that you need to dive deeper in releasing this, you might be interested in attending my upcoming workshops and retreats that I'm running in South Australia. You can click on the link to learn more or to book your spot. You can also book a free clarity call to see how this container can best support you with where you're at in your healing journey. You can also choose to work with me one-to-one, whether it's online through my premium high-level container called Find Yourself and Trust, where you will transform your identity in all areas of your life. You can also work with me in person for a half-day or full-day trauma recovery retreat, just you and me. And we'll be focusing on the immediate highest priorities of traumatic memories and fractured relationships that needs to come back into wholeness and integration. So you can embody more and more of your soul through this retrieval. And you can also join me for my online group containers. I am running my Embodied Prosperity online workshop, which focuses on healing your relationship with money and the people involved in it that has contributed your pain and suffering in slavery and poverty, and how to shift your experience with money, wealth creation, and living your rich life from a sovereign place, knowing from your heart and soul, from a place of embodiment, not knowing it right there, but feeling it, and have that deep sense of knowing in your heart and soul that wealth, prosperity, abundance is your birthright, and it's here to give you joy. It's here to light you up. It's here to expand you so you can live your best and most authentic life. So if you'd like to book your spot or learn more, you can click on the link below as well. And if you feel you need to go at your own pace with your healing journey, you might be interested in my Inner Child Healing course, Transform Wombs into Wisdom, where I share with you step-by-step videos on how to slowly unravel and unpack fragmented versions of you that needs that soft yet deep and gentle transformation as you become your own alchemist, healing the mother and father wounds and different versions of you. You get lifetime access and lifetime support with me through this private group container. So click on the link below if you'd like to learn more or to enroll straight away. And my love, what can you do to forgive yourself deeply? What can you do to free yourself from these fractured relationships and past timelines and traumas? Because it's never about the person, even though it's so easy to think and feel that way. It's really about you. It's about what are the karmic patterning and woundings are you carrying from a soul level that you're not able to see yet, that you are not willing to look at yet, because your identity is protecting you from not going there because it feels safer to survive than to thrive. May you be the light that's in your heart.